Welcome to episode 879 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, February 15th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. We got Mark, Pat, Wes, and I'm Will to talk with you today about what, Pat, in the cup of coffee?
Oh, everything that's going down on the internet, man. Everything, all the news. We're talking about, Elon Musk. We're talking about that, what happened to that Laundrie kid, that murderer. We're talking about
skeleton, right?
Some Trump situation stuff. It's not looking good for him. We're talking about, some deaths, some life, some Twitter stuff, all sorts of stuff, man.
A little bit of everything.
Do you have that Ohio guy update?
I got an update on the mayor.
Yeah,
Ohio.
perfect.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
We'll leave it at that.
Good, very
prostitution mayor.
What's happening in the TikTok international moment, Wes?
We're going to be going to Italy for a little war that's being waged over there. War that you might not have heard about, and then we're going to go to Canada to check in on a little bit of a resistance to the Freedom Convoy that's going on up there. The Ottawans are a little bit fed up, and they're taking an interesting route to.
They're standing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see.
I got a quick story about the most popular game in the world, maybe since Pokemon Go, and how it actually can save lives. So
cool.
Look at that. Yeah, I was going to do one about the kid that stabbed 11 people in New Mexico, but then I decided to go the exact opposite of that and did a real feel good about the future of clean energy. So
let Wes pick that one up.
I'll get that one tomorrow.
Yeah, Wes, once Wes doesn't roll international, he can pick up the stab kid.
I mean, Wes, throw it in a which one's worse? Just you got to find two, right? And then you can do that. Yeah.
I love the segment. Which one's worse? It's a great segment. We're all kind of the elephant in the room here is that the last one Mark did was very disturbing, right? It was very. Well, it's very harrowing.
You got to up the ante.
Yeah, the beheading and then.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't pleasant. It's a great segment, but the last one was really upsetting.
I feel like the guy that stabbed 11 people's perfect for that segment. I don't know.
Okay. I love that Mark's come to the dark side.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm with you, Wes.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark's been on the dark side. Don't act like that's a new thing. That's not.
I know Mark's. I know, but it
didn't have to pull me too far. You know?
No, I didn't. But I'm glad he's covering the stories with me now.
Oh, yeah. He's not.
I know Mark's on the dark side.
He's not in the dark in the closet. Now he's out in the open in the dark.
Wasn't a big change, you know.
No, it wasn't not.
All right.
Okay. Something happened yesterday at the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. Hilarious. So Mark's neighbors are notorious just assholes. They're insanely protective over the little strip that is in front of their house. And if you
which was split, like it's like
you
know how you have like a grassy area, like half of the grassy area is mine, half of it's there. There's a fence line even. But go ahead. Yeah. So there's like just enough room on the sidewalk in between Mark's house and their house to park a car. And which was half of mine.
Which is half of Mark's. And it's perfectly legal to park a car there, but they think that they own the whole sidewalk. They think they own the whole whatever part in front of their house. So last night when my girlfriend and I were leaving Mark's house to Super Bowl night to leave, they had surrounded her car with their trash cans because it was trash night. And they were like, whoa. What? Yeah, they just surrounded her car in the middle of the street. Yeah, they barricaded her in with their trash cans.
It is, they don't view that as the middle of the street. What they view that as, they're territorial over the divided nub. One space.
Yes.
Everybody knows the one.
Which I give them 99% of the times. Like
you gotta leave notes on your car.
They're saying that's mine
all those trash
all
cans.
The time.
Is what you got to do.
Well, yeah, Mark's wife came out. She wasn't happy, so she was like, "Fuck them. Let's put it in front of their driveway." Yeah. So that's what we did.
I stayed inside, and Wes knocked on the door like 20 seconds after he left, and so I hear the yelling outside, and my wife Allie comes back in, and she's like, "Yeah, I just was loudly saying, fuck it, let's just put it in the middle of their driveway." And I was like, she's like, I hope they heard
she
me.
announced her intentions?
Oh, yeah. She was
fuck these pieces of shit.
Neighbor wars usually end well.
Oh, yeah, I know. I stayed inside.
Let's do the news.
Well, I think
cup of coffee in the big time.
Sorry, Will, what were you saying?
No, I've run into those neighbors before. I think it'll be okay. I think the bark is louder than the bite with them. I'll say that.
It's a weird house. They've had the one guy owns it, and he has built in several little compartment-sized like there's a side entrance now, and he rents it out to like 4 people at a time, ranging in age from 20 to 70, and I've had about 50 neighbors with him. In the I don't know. I thought it was like an AA halfway house scenario, but they're always like drinking like Miller Coors Lights and stuff, Miller Lights. So I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. But
That's probably why they're so possessive of the spot, because they rent out. So.
Yeah.
All right, fun fact for the day, guys. Operation Northwoods was a proposed false flag operation against American citizens that originated with, in the U.S. Department of Defense. U.S. government, right, in 1962, proposed for the CIA and operatives to stage and actually commit acts of terrorism against the American military and civilian targets, blaming them on the Cuban government, right, and using it to justify a war against Cuba. The possibilities were detailed in a document that was declassified.
They did it or they didn't do it?
No, this was a proposed. The Operation Northwoods, if you know anything about conspiracies, then you know about, this is not a conspiracy that this existed. It's official government paper where they were proposing doing things like, I don't know, shooting down a commercial jet airliner and blaming on the Cubans to start war.
Yeah. Crazy.
This is the doctrine you look to say they'll do anything. You're saying.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't doubt what Uncle Sam is capable of. In fact, Pat, along the same lines, I was discussing on the Discord server. I have a bonus fun fact. I was like, I wonder if the period right after the Spanish flu is insane, just like the period after, as COVID's kind of like maybe closing up or whatever. It seems like it's an extra crazy time. Well, it turns out it was the Prohibition era right after the Spanish flu.
Sick.
So yes, it was insane. It was insane. It was absolutely insane.
Sick.
Yeah, a lot of cars getting barricaded in trash cans in the near future.
That's right.
You know who was not about Operation Northwoods? John F. Kennedy.
Oh, nice.
That got him killed. Yeah.
Okay. Watch out, everybody. Just saying.
Yeah. You can lose your head. You can really lose your head.
Pat, are you trying to recreate the laugh? No.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
That's audio. It's like the Howard Stern studio over there.
Oh, damn. Pat's got something going on.
He's got his finger held up. Yeah, I think he's playing us.
What do you have happening over there?
It's the same setup he's had for quite some time. Oh. Now he's not in his microphone.
He's coming.
Now he's okay. He keeps telling us to wait a second.
Mm-hmm. That Operation Northwood or whatever, I'll tell you what, that is definitely...
Well,
it is an intense situation. Moving on, guys.
Oh, wow.
It's National Hippo Day. It's also National Susan B. Anthony Day. You're welcome. Look her up. So, today in history...
Women's suffrage, right? Did she help get booze banned, too?
I don't know, bro. Most important is the right to vote. So.
I know,
Two
but
women on U.S. currency.
Were the women who got the vote also
Second
involved in banning booze? That's my question.
No, man.
Why you got to lump them in with that, Will?
Just I'm really worried about recreating mistakes of the past.
We'd really like to vote, guys, and if you could stop getting drunk and beating on us, that would be great too.
Fantastic. 399 BC, philosopher Socrates sentenced to death by the city of Athens for corrupting the minds of the youth of the city. Just because he had some crazy ideas. Kill him.
Well,
He's smart.
Definitely
Better kill him.
Right.
Yeah. What's worse, giving them ideas or taking them to the bathhouse?
Did not everyone in ancient Greece fucked boys?
They did, right?
More than half.
Almost everybody.
Yeah.
You were a nerd if you weren't.
It's like Jenko's. Like, it caught on.
Fucking nerds.
Okay. Because in 1889, the sinking of the USS Maine happened. Uh-oh.
Yeah, what a shitty day.
I know. She exploded and sank in the evening, killing 268 sailors or 3/4 of her crew. The U.S. Navy, I guess, ruled that it had been sunk by an external explosion from a mine, but people really weren't sure. Right. And the New York Journal and the New York World, which were owned respectively by William Randolph Hearst and Joseph Pulitzer, they gave intense press coverage, employing tactics that would be later labeled as yellow journalism to start the Spanish-American War.
Well, there you go. False flag.
No, well,
Kinda.
It was. I don't think it was a false flag, but it was absolutely. The war was influenced by personal interests of the media.
Right. It would be like right now if like some kind of weird ass shit happened around Ukraine, and then the media was just like, "It's happened. The war has started. The war has started," and then the war started.
I'm getting some history repeating itself vibes from this day in history.
Oh, dude, wait till we get to my section. Yeah. Oh, whoa. I mean, it's good news, but it's also whoa.
Hearst did things like announce a $50,000 reward for the conviction of the criminals who sent 258 American sailors to their deaths, right? Stuff like that. They were given like 8.5 pages a day to this event for weeks until we went to war. They were satisfied and they said, "We control everything."
That
Job
sounds like
well done,
MSNBC.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to see Russell Brand making fun of Brian Stelter, and he ends his little sketch with "Should there be a war? Yes."
Didn't see it.
Yeah, CNN. They like themselves a war too.
Let's do the news, though. No particular order. The accounting firm, right, that's been Trump's accounting firm for the last 10 years, said, "We out." Because I guess there's been an ongoing criminal and civil investigation into whether or not Trump illegally inflated the value of his assets or deflated them to get loans or not pay taxes.
What? I mean, that's 100% yes. Why are they even investigating that?
Well, no, the big thing is the people are starting to jump ship. Mazars, who is his accounting firm, has been there for 10 years, effectively said, "We out." They sent a letter to the Trump Organization on February 9th, notifying the company of its decision to no longer represent them or stand behind the annual financial statements that it had prepared for Mr. Trump from the data that he gave them. So they are saying this is unbelievable and you shouldn't believe it, and we're out.
You're too gross for even us.
Yeah.
They're like,
You need to find more. I mean, has any one man been responsible for more lawyers' downfalls than Donald J. Trump? He has taken out more lawyers,
And
I feel
paper.
like than any politician I've ever seen.
Guy's paper's worst nightmare.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Did you
Trees?
hear he was flushing papers in the toilet?
Trees?
There was like a report. He was flushing
Forget about
whole
trees.
papers down the toilet in the White House.
Yeah, you might have noticed Mazars was trending, but like, I don't know what this means. This is the first time. Look, Trump's hired a lot of shady lawyers, right? There's no doubt about that, who've either left or testified against him or whatever. This is an entire accounting firm that said, "Hey." They're essentially pulling an Arthur Anderson with Enron and being like, "We got to get out before."
Well, Trump said it. Hey, Trump said it himself when he was running. He goes, "I know where to push and I know where to pull," or whatever. Like he said about the taxes, or
That's what the tax man said to me.
the
back in the day.
he said something about, "I know the code better than anybody because I don't pay taxes," or whatever. Yeah, like he fucking Trump obviously lies on his taxes, and that's
this is
part of his
This
brand.
is potentially bank fraud and tax fraud on a corporate level. This is a little bit different, but yeah.
But like, isn't he just gonna find more lawyers to fall on the sword for him like he always does? Like,
He's
he'll just
not getting
litigate
as much
forever?
deference as he had been getting in the past in terms of protection, i.e., the information that was given to the January 6th committee that had to be taped back together after it had been attempted to have been like flushed down the toilet and burned. Essentially, he's been trying to block his tax returns from getting released. Trump's losing his grip on what he can prevent from happening in court.
tell you who's happy about his abuse of trees. Greg Abbott
Oh, Abbott hates trees.
hates trees.
Yeah, it's and look, it's
What
not
did they do to him? What did they do to him?
They fell on him and almost killed him and paralyzed him.
it's not a sensitive joke.
Oh,
It's not a sensitive joke, but
Well,
as
I mean,
for a
move
guy-
out of the way of the tree, you know?
That's why he
for a
hates
guy that hates the environment.
Yeah.
Right, and for a guy that's so pro oil to get injured by the environment, I'm just saying.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
a lot of people said you can't make that joke.
So what's the game here? Do you think
I-
Trump
I'm
ends
not
up
one of those
behind
people.
bars here?
Oh,
Is this-
it depends on whether or not he'll be president again. Really,
Nah, I mean,
Trump will. No, someone will take the fall in his organization, but there will be consequences for this.
honestly, I kind of want all these lawsuits to go away because I think that actually might be his best case for running again, and then I would lose my bet to Wes.
right. If exactly, the more
New York's going to force him into running.
There's a direct correlation between how much
see-
the shit's heating up on him and how serious
Yeah.
he is about running.
But my question is this: like, it's the same as why didn't the Dems use the 14th Amendment on him? Like, do they want him to run again? Are they pressuring him legally because the desire is for Trump to run again.
Exactly. Pat's putting up. Well, they want the wars, Will. They want chaos. So, yeah, I mean, I think.
Yeah, so like they're just going to make him run again.
Mm-hmm.
And that in hopes that Joe Biden or whoever, Joe Biden's corpse or Kamala Harris.
What do we have? Prohibition? 1920 after the second wave of Spanish flu. We're getting Trump part 2.
Welcome. All right, let's move on from this. Guys, Ivan Reitman's dead. Bummer. Director of Meatballs, director of Stripes, Ghostbusters, Twins, Kindergarten Cop, a favorite of Wes's Dave, Junior.
Love Dave.
Draft Day.
Great movie.
Produced
Dennis
Animal
75.
House, produced Euro Trip, produced Road Trip.
Private Parts.
That was a
Yeah,
long
Private
Heavy
Parts.
Metal.
filmography.
Yeah,
Produced
everything.
Space Jam. Produced
Everything.
Up in the Air.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
He died.
Very
R.I.P. Ivan
talented.
Reitman. That man was a legend.
And well respected. So, for, no, he died before these scandals. R.I.P. Right.
Nice. They didn't dig up his tweets.
No.
Good.
Oh, I mean, old guys, they used to say it in bar rooms, not on Twitter, So find the
Those were the
transcripts,
days.
right? That's what I say. They're hard to find. All right, guys, fun opportunity for trolling coming up. As you know, or may not know, Will doesn't care, but I care. The Oscars are happening in late March, I believe the 27th. And beginning this Monday, Twitter users will get the opportunity to vote on their favorite films that were released in 2021, regardless of whether the film was nominated for an Oscar or not, using the hashtag Oscar fan favorite. And the film that gets the most the most votes will be recognized during the broadcast on March 27th.
Porn title.
That's
Porn
what I'm saying.
title.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
wait,
You-
the Oscars
Yes.
are doing like that's great trolling opportunity, but they're basically doing like a Teen Choice Awards thing.
Yeah, it's an American Idol thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Yeah,
need to
no,
do
I know. I
something.
agree. It's kind of weird.
It's very off-brand for them.
It's kind of weird, especially I mean, the Oscars already dominates Twitter on Oscar night. I don't know what they're talking about.
They're
here.
going to slime the winner. Yeah.
They just want more people to get
I think we
involved.
need to organize and get
Brady,
a specific porn title.
So what do we think it's going to be?
Well, we should figure it out and get everyone on the internet on board.
Okay, so it should sound like another
Yes.
actual film that came out in 2021 that could be believed.
Temple of the Dog, but Temple
Temple
of
of
the
the
Dog
Dong?
East, Temple of the
Temple of
Doggy
the
Style, Temple of the Dong, yeah.
Yeah.
Twitter love one in there, guys. 3 Twitter users, lucky Twitter users, maybe the 3 of us. Someone's gonna have to sit at home, but who knows? Will be selected along with their guests. So I guess we can all go. Someone's wife or girlfriend's gonna have to sit it out to have an all expenses trip paid to Los Angeles, and they'll get to I guess I don't know. I still don't get it. Whatever.
Smell Leo's farts.
Yeah, exactly.
Dunes.
Yeah.
Dunes.
Dunes. Oh, yeah. Dunes.
Yeah, prunes. Old shit. Come on, we'll think. We haven't thought about it. Okay, don't put us on the spot. But the idea is good.
Yeah, no, let's we need to get that going.
Dunes is a good one.
All right, you guys
Licorice
hear-
pizza.
Which kind of pizza?
Licorice pizza.
Just actually that title.
yeah.
You guys are such prudes.
What a weird title.
If you guys okay.
That was the favorite of the ancient Greeks, licorice pizza.
Yeah.
You guys are like conservative members
crazy
of AARP.
It would have swept in 1000 BC.
You hear about this movie, Licorice Pizza? You hear about it in the boy sleeps with his teacher.
That kind of porno.
Damn it! He's 16 or something. I don't know. I ain't seen it. That's for sure.
He's 15.
Shut it down.
He's 15 and she's not his teacher. She's like 30 and just a psychopath.
She's
a
abusing
chaperone.
him.
Shut it down.
She's just abusing him.
This art's not for me.
It's not. It's not. It's a crime.
It should never be made.
Shouldn't be.
I
Shouldn't be
love
celebrated.
the movie Boogie Nights, though.
Certainly
Great
shouldn't
movie.
be celebrated.
Great movie, Boogie Nights. Yeah. Elon Musk's guys, boombox mode. Did you hear? No more
Tesla.
boombox mode.
Oh, did it get hacked like everything else?
No, regulators said you can't have it happen, bro, and they're having to recall like all the Teslas. 578,000 Teslas are being recalled.
This is the karaoke mode.
This is the mode where you can put like a fart or like a goat sound as
Outside the
horn.
car.
Oh, are they still doing the karaoke mode in like Japan or whatever?
I don't know
was
what
happening?
that is.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is where you can set up your car so the exterior speakers
Right.
play to the street.
When
Well,
you
there's
honk.
so many
Yeah,
modes
when you-
now.
yeah.
Like, I mean,
Man, he's having a bad run right now.
yeah, he is. He is. You know what he's doing? He's just like being quiet though. He's taking all these L's and then he's just gonna come out of nowhere with something. It'll
He's
just-
still the richest man in the world. I mean,
yeah,
he's-
he'll just come out of nowhere with something and it'll just distract everybody.
He tweeted that the
Flamethrower
quote,
or something.
the fun police made us do it. Sigh.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It
mean,
was
that's
just a few monkeys, you know?
578,000 vehicle recall. I mean, that's literally every Tesla that's on the road.
No, you're using hyperbole.
no,
They have like 50 million on the road.
I swear to God, the number was
Worldwide, it's
578,000.
I know that's not that many. Is what I'm saying.
It's a lot.
That's
For
a lot.
fucking
But
recall.
I bet there's 25 million Teslas on the road.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Worldwide, and there's tons in China. So I don't
There's
know.
578,000 Teslas in Austin.
And they have a gigafactory in Berlin. So I mean, they are worldwide for sure. Like
It seems high to me,
they've got a lot of cars. For
but
sure.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's recall. Brian Laundrie, guys. How do you think he died?
Gunshot to himself.
Gunshot wound to himself. Whoa.
Good.
Yeah, the guy that killed Gabby Petito. You remember him. Autopsy report got released by Sarasota, Florida officials. Medical examiner stated that Laundrie died from a gunshot wound to the head. Went in one side, went out the other. His skeletal remains were found in a thickly wooded area on the Carlton Reserve in Sarasota County in October, where I'm pretty sure he said goodbye to his parents and his sister.
Yeah.
And then was like, okay, off I go to kill myself. And they're like, bye, Brian. You shouldn't have killed that girl, Gabby, that used to live with us. Good luck.
Yeah.
We'll see you in hell.
What a weird moment. Oh,
Weird
my
moment.
Goodness. And then they had to go lie to the media about it for like the next 2 weeks.
That's a dinner and then goodbye you don't want to have as a family.
Yeah, we didn't know it was weird. It's normal for them to invite us to a camping area for dinner, but we weren't going to stay overnight, so we just drove in for dinner. Said, "Hey, Brian."
What if you
One
like
last
forget something and you have to go back to like, oh, I forgot my
Your phone?
keys, my
Oh,
phone.
the
Yeah,
double
whoops.
goodbye.
The double
Yeah.
death
For
Double
Brian.
goodbye at that meeting.
He's like, "Did you change your mind? You're gonna hide me?" He's
No,
like,
no, I
Oh
forgot my
no, we
phone.
just
No, you got the gun right, just the one bolt in there.
Come here, give me one more hug.
while I'm here.
Yeah, the medical examiner also said that his body had been underwater up to 3 feet or possibly more for a while. It also had serious or extensive carnivore activity, like scavenging from coyotes,
Yeah.
rodents, raccoons, etc.
Good.
Hope they raped him. The wolves.
We can tell this one's a bad guy. Let's eat him and rape him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, don't eat the butthole.
Animals can tell.
Say
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
Sense
Open
the
it.
evil.
We got to marinate that one first, if you know what I
Yes,
mean.
that's how you decompose so fast. Then
Right.
Underwater.
That's why it's hard to find them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it
Still-
probably covers up the smell too a little bit.
Yeah.
Still one of my favorite favorite thumbnails we've ever done for a YouTube video.
His body.
Skeleton of Brian Laundrie.
that was funny.
All right, finally, guys. An Ohio mayor. We covered this last week. The Ohio mayor, Craig Schubert for Hudson, Ohio. You may remember he was he linked ice fishing, right, which was about to be legalized by a city ordinance. To potential prostitution in that city, because what comes with ice fishing is shacks, and then what comes with shacks is prostitutes. Clearly,
Naturally, yeah.
yeah. So he's putting his resignation because he's been absolutely brutalized. He said by the international press. He said, "quote My attempt to inject a bit of dry humor to make a point about this in the midst of a cold, snowy February was grossly misunderstood." And to that I say, did you go to Juilliard, bud? Did you go to Tisch at NYU? Did we miss something? Are you Eric Andre? Because if not, you were absolutely dead fucking serious, and now you're trying to play it off like performance art. If it was performance art, fantastic performance art, my friend. Really excellent stuff.
Wrong line of work for you if that was a joke.
It was
One of
on
the best.
par with
Yeah.
Chad Kruger and JT Parr.
Yeah.
For
He also would not be
doing the city council situations.
He wouldn't be retiring
Paul,
if it was
Paul
a joke.
Walker statue. What's up? He wouldn't be retiring exactly if he was joking. He would stand by his joke.
It's interesting that he's spun it into he was trying a joke.
I'm telling
but
you.
it doesn't even work because that doesn't even make sense because he would just say it was a joke and not retire.
But why would you retire and say it's a joke? Why wouldn't you just retire and be like,
Because
look,
he's being a sore loser.
he should double down and be like, okay,
Guys.
I'm out and enjoy the prostitutes coming to town.
Guys, I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened, and I called it the day he did it. Right? You don't drop knowledge like that unless you personally have knowledge of it.
No, I
And
know.
he
Someone
went
someone
home,
went through his past. Yeah.
and his wife was like, "What the fuck was that?" And he was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "I don't get the link, Craig. I don't get the link between ice fishing and prostitution.
he
Do you
spilled
know
the
something I don't?
Yeah, she's like, it wasn't rug burn on your dick in 1995, was it?
And then
After
he
that ice
threw.
fishing trip.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm a performance artist and a mayor. You know my dream of one day going and doing a groundlings class in Los Angeles.
Carp didn't bite your dick back then, did it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
Right. And then he went
Different
into work.
snatch.
And they were like, Craig, what'd you try to sell this as performance art to your wife? We know what this is. You got to get out.
Yeah, he's resigning from his marriage too.
They were all just so embarrassed of him. Also, like they were probably just like, "Oh, our town's now known for the fucking prostitute guy, the
Yeah.
ice fishing prostitute guy."
This guy can't have anything new. This guy's so obsessed with prostitutes that anything at all makes his mind go
You
straight
know
to
what
back
that'll
to
lead
prostitutes.
to.
Yeah, a diner, a 24-hour diner.
Yeah. New
Are
soccer
you out of
field?
your minds? We're going to be swimming in prostitutes. If we
Great
get a
place for the
24
Johns to hang out after they get their jollies with the prostitutes over in the ice fishing shacks.
Yeah.
Guys,
What are you nuts?
Yeah, what are you crazy?
Craig Schubert is going to maybe need to patronize our next sponsor because his wife's not going to be cooking for him. And Craig probably didn't know how to cook. But anyone can cook with HelloFresh because HelloFresh delivers pre-portioned ingredients to your door, including farm-fresh produce that arrives within a week. So you can get the convenience, right, without skimping on quality. So skip the trip to the grocery store, saving you the wait and long lines, ensuring you don't waste time or money on excess foods. HelloFresh has fit and wholesome recipes for satisfying, nutritious meals that you can feel good about with 6 recipes per week to choose from, including low-calorie and carb-conscious options. It's pretty cool. HelloFresh cuts back on time spent in the kitchen with meals ready in about 30 minutes or less. This is a home-cooked meal, right? They're just cutting out all the mess for you because it's perfectly pre-packaged, pre-portioned, as I said above, so you can get something that tastes fantastic, like you know what you're doing, in less than 30 minutes, right? Plus quick and easy meals, including a 20-minute recipe series. So that's pretty cool. Low prep and easy cleanup options. Bam, they got everything. They're going to make your life just easier. I personally love the rapid stir-fried beef and broccoli. One of the great things about Asian stir fries is that they really deliver maximum flavor in a snap. And I found that to be true with the rapid stir-fried beef and broccoli from HelloFresh. So go to HelloFresh.com/HardFactor16. Use code HardFactor16 for up to 16 free meals. What? And 3 free gifts.
Oh, that's like a full week.
Yeah, it's almost too much food.
Yeah.
But not for the hive. HelloFresh.com/HardFactor16 again, and use promo code HardFactor16. That's one word.
I feel like we're going to get an email and be like, 16 was incorrect. You're going to have to stop saying 16. Yeah.
Well, that's what it says.
But you can get it now until we get that email. Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Right.
So
Until they fix it.
Yeah.
hey, they put it out there, so make
Yeah.
them pay. It's highly encouraged, right? Yeah, anyway. That's it. So get after it.
Get
America's #1 meal kit.
That's what it is.
that's the one.
Pat-
HelloFresh.
Pat, I didn't know Pat was fun. He didn't play the cream of the crop clip. We're going to.
Oh, well, I just kind of bounced around. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's all good.
It's okay.
Well, you know, I think that the ice fishing follow up on that guy was
Is the cream of the crop.
very cream of the crop worthy. All right, let's move it along to the next one, fellas, about nuclear fusion. So we talked about this a little bit with China's fake sun recently. Remember that broke the heating record. And
So this is a good update? This is a good story?
no, it's surprisingly. Look, I looked
Still-
further into it.
Still tinkering over there.
I know we were terrified about the Chinese fake sun, and we also suspected correctly that there's way more than just the one in China. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of these fake suns. In fact, you might have a fake sun in your backyard before you know it, especially in Austin. I assume Elon Musk is already working on his own fake sun. You'd have to think so.
I don't understand it.
Well, I'm going to explain it to you right now, Pat. To recap, nuclear fusion, which is what the fake sun, it's like nuclear fusion is a process that sun and stars use to, create their energy. Okay. It's the opposite of nuclear fission, which is like Chernobyl or Hiroshima, the atom bomb. They were using fission to rip atoms apart, whereas nuclear fusion, is fusing 2 or more hydrogen atoms together. So fission, old school, explosives, lots of radioactive material, and
I think that's all there's to know about it.
right, fusion, and that's ripping it apart. Fusion.
How do I get
bringing it
tan from
together.
this is what I'm curious.
Oh, you'd have to stand. I mean, you could probably stand pretty far away from it and still get tan because it's like I don't know exactly how you could tan on this, but I'm sure the scientists can get a pretty good tan. So,
Great name for a tanning spray, by the way. Nuclear fusion.
oh, it's an awesome name. And it's actually really awesome now that I've read up more on it and I understand it a little bit better. So, because fusion is adding atoms together, it means A, it can't be weaponized like fission, so you can't put it in a warhead. B, the only emission from the entire process of nuclear fusion is helium instead of nuclear waste. That has to be stored. Yeah. And then C, the fuel is derived from seawater. So investors are calling it the holy grail of clean energy.
But what is it?
And I'm sure Greta Thunberg is pumped.
What do you put it in, Will? Do you put it in cars? Like, what is it? How does it
What's
work?
a fake sun? Does it go in the? Does it go in the sky?
It's like an orb.
Yeah, what is it? Does it heat your house like with the solar
It's a
panels?
lot like an orb, actually, Wes. You're right. A team at the Joint European Tours, or JET, facility near Oxford in central England, they generated 59 megajoules
That looks
of energy.
terrifying.
Whoa.
And inside that device right there, yeah, that donut-shaped device that creates an orb of energy, nuclear fusion reaction happening in there. So that 59 megajoules of energy, that's enough to power 35,000 homes. So like a big portion of a city. And they were able to hold that reaction for 5 seconds during an experiment in December.
5 seconds.
Mark, that more than doubles the 1997 record. And the reason
Come a long way since 97.
well, the reason they can't do it is because they have to build a bigger facility.
Okay.
And this is,
Everything
of course,
melts.
This sounds so stupid.
Yeah, I think
Mark.
it's the year Goldeneye came out.
this thing right
Went
here.
from 2 seconds in 97 to 5
is
a
that-
week ago
but it's enough energy to power a whole portion of a city. You have to understand.
for
So
a few seconds.
Yeah,
But Mark,
Shaq was
once
under
they-
300 pounds in '97.
It's
Yeah.
only because the copper in that facility isn't strong enough to hold the charge. Once they can build a facility that's capable of holding the charge, they'll be able to hold it indefinitely. So
Says
this
who?
science and the scientists who
Okay.
are working on building these reactors,
In theory, they can hold it forever. Okay.
well, they think they'll be able to. You think that'll never
okay.
happen?
No, no, not in our lifetimes. No,
So you're
absolutely not.
every single science thing, you'll just always say it'll never happen.
There's no
'Cause
chance.
You think the Hubble? You think the
Will-
James Webb Telescope doesn't exist?
Will, they went
which
from
is in space
97 to
already.
2 seconds to 5 seconds, but now in the next 15 years, they're going to go to infinite.
Yeah, it's pretty piss poor.
To be able, they just have to get the materials to be able to hold the charge.
When are
They've
they
been
going to
searching
give
for them
out.
for 25 years.
Yeah, where the hell are they? Where are this materials?
Mark, no,
Where's-
you're right. Everything's totally fake. Science doesn't exist.
okay.
So
I don't think it's going to
this is,
happen.
of
in our
course, on the
lifetime.
heels of the Chinese record that was just set that Mark doesn't believe it's happened either, where they heated up their fusion reactor
How long?
70 million degrees Celsius for 17 minutes and 36 seconds.
That's better.
Now we're talking.
That's better.
And the U.S. government scientists are using the world's largest laser to create nuclear fusion reactions as well, which is technically like infinite energy, which Mark obviously knows will never happen, but it's theoretically going to happen according to other scientists.
What
other
if
than
it
Mark
goes
Warden.
wrong, Will? What if it like gets too powerful for
Oh,
the
we got
facility?
a nuclear energy detractor here. Doesn't know shit about nuclear energy.
Mark,
talk
the
about
good-
3 Mile Island and stuff.
The good news about fission as opposed
Another
to
one of these
fusion-
guys have been.
No, fusion instead of fission.
fusion instead of fission
Yes.
is that it just dies. The reactor
Okay,
just dies.
perfect. All right, well that's good.
Yeah. In fact, we're getting so good at making these fake stars that they're getting a ton of financial backing from places like Google and Bill Gates and world governments, and even coming together to create a bigger fake star in southern France called ITER. ITER. I don't know. It's gigantic. This is the facility.
Holy
This
shit.
is the fake star. And this is a diagram of what it's going to look like inside. There's your orb, Wes. Orb
Whoa.
of power. It involves
an orb.
China, the EU, India, Japan, South Korea, Russia, and the US. So
It's like that show Stargate, bro. It's just like that show Stargate on
Kinda.
Sci-Fi Channel.
They're gonna open a portal.
So,
I mean, potentially, you'd think they would have opened one already, though, since they've done the reaction several
Or-
times.
you think that, right? Because especially because
Maybe
they
they
would have
have.
sent someone back
Yeah,
from.
you
the
believe in
future.
aliens, Will? They could have already done it. Maybe that's the aliens are helping them get the materials to
This
have
could be
it.
alien
Yeah,
technology,
to
right?
have it infinitely last. Yeah,
Here you
Probably
go. It's
so.
about time you had some fusion in your life.
yeah.
Yeah, well, assuming that things at this new facility ITER go well, it's looking like they'll have the first actual nuclear fusion power plants going online sometime in the 2050s, Mark. So yeah, I know that's not going to happen, but it's
Well,
something fun to think about.
The
So
first one will be up in 2050s.
That's the end of global warming, man.
That's a long
Right there.
time. Yeah, it's true. That they do have to hit that 2050 mark because that's the
Pointless
the
to
deal.
talk about since it's not going to happen. But it's funny enough, it's a carryover from the end of the Cold War when Reagan and Gorbachev agreed that fusion should be a point of cooperation for the world since it's not weaponized. So
There you go.
it's actually been in the works for a long time.
Fusion is the future. All right. You know what is the present? Wordle. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
I see it on Twitter. I see that people play it, but that's about it.
Anyone play it besides me?
I don't play it.
No.
It's a game that looks so annoying online. I cannot bring myself to play it.
It's like Hangman. I'll explain it to you. What I say first
Please
of all,
don't.
People
better.
posting their scores is so obnoxious.
This is a big part of the story. This is important. I'll tell you this. Wordle, before I explain it, Loodle's better. Loodle's the same thing as Wordle, but you can only guess lewd words. Like, for example, queef or penis. Like the Loodle.com is way better than Wordle. It's a lot more fun. Like if you type in a word that's not lewd, it's like, sorry, this word's not in our dictionary.
What other words are there other than queef and penis? You ran through pretty much half of them.
Moist.
This happens every
Oops.
once in a while with word games. Words with Friends did this for a while where they had a successful social campaign. They got people to play and post their fucking results on there.
Yeah, so
No,
here's
I
an
can't
example
do
of
it.
Wordle. I'll explain it. So you get 6 guesses, 5 letters. When you type in on the top row, like this person wrote react, R-E-A-C-T, the word of the day had an R. Yellow means there's an R in it, but it's not in the right spot. It turns out a second guess, you put the R in the second spot. It is correct. It's green. That means it's the right letter and right location. You get 6 guesses, and it's like Hangman. It tells you which letters you've guessed. So like basically you have 6. It's like drawing the head and then the arms. You get 6 guesses. It's exactly like Hangman. It's just digital, and they
And
call it
pool
Wordle.
of words is only 5 letters.
Correct. Every word's 5 letters.
How difficult is it? Because people seem very proud of themselves.
Well, that's that people are. It's not that difficult. It's certainly not like doing like a medium Sudoku or harder. It takes 5 to 10
Well, Wes,
minutes.
it's like Hangman, except
like
remove
Hangman.
all words that aren't 5 letters long.
It's from the New York
Correct.
Times. So
No, it's
like-
not from the New York Times. It was recently purchased by the New York Times for like $5 million from the creator. Because it's so popular. So the New York Times just bought it, and people are pissed because they think the New York Times has made it harder in the past couple weeks. And like you said earlier, all of you, not only is Wordle incredibly popular, but sharing your Wordle results is extremely popular as well. I'm guilty of this a little bit. I've done it about twice on Twitter. It's, you got to show your family and friends that you're smart.
Everybody
and you
should
know
play
words.
Wordle at least once. Know
It's like an
everybody that
IQ
plays
test
Wordle.
you post.
Here's an example of a Loodle. It was a boner was the answer. So what happens is, like you said on Twitter, or you can when you're done the Wordle, you can only do one every 24 hours. When you're done the Wordle, it says, do you want to share to Twitter or like Instagram or text? It's like one of those, it's built into the feature. And everyone does it. Like here's an example of a guy who is not happy with the New York Times taking over and said, where is it? He said basically, good morning to everyone except all of the staff at the New York Times, their family, friends, pets, and acquaintances, because as you can see, he did not get the Wordle. He doesn't have 6 green squares. He did not get the Wordle today or yesterday. That was at 1:30 in the morning on Valentine's Day, so he is furious. And then what happens when someone posts is then everyone else posts their Wordles on a thread to show that they also do Wordles. Like this guy who said, this one really put me through it, as you can see, and he shows a piece of paper where he wrote out every option of the remaining letters.
I've seen the Wordle threaders, and the funny part about Wordle threaders is they think that it's less obnoxious than posting a fresh one. No, because everybody's still look
at this though. Look
all
at this.
the Wordle posts. Like we still see all of them.
So he got to like the 4th or 5th guess, and he knew there was he knew 3 of the 5 letters, and so he wrote out every combination possible on paper, spending hours on this Wordle, which is just insanity.
It's too bad.
That's too bad is right, Wes.
That's too bad.
That's not great.
You don't like that?
You're not supposed to break out pieces of paper and pen for Wordle. It's supposed to be a quick, fun little game, 5 minutes. But
I'm sure it's the Wordle that's that guy's problem. It's not like all the years
Not the OCD.
of problems that he had before Wordle came into his life.
it's
Now
that
he's just a psycho with Wordle on his phone.
this guy will defend
Next
Wordle
obsession.
to the end. And look, posting these things is a thing of pride. In fact, maybe it could save your life. It's not a bad thing. Like maybe, in fact, the case of 80-year-old Chicago grandmother Denise Holt, it did save her life. You see, Denise texts her daughters every day when she finishes a Wordle. Every day. The first thing she does, right? She does the Wordle, and then she texts her daughters. Hey, look, I did the Wordle. You see? You see I did it?
No need to put me in a home.
yeah.
Still doing good at Wordle.
I got this one correct again. So she did that every single day except for last Sunday. So last Sunday, Denise wakes up at 1 a.m. and hears some noises and sees a strange, naked, and bloody man armed with scissors in her home. That man was James H. Davis III. He broke into Denise's home and held her hostage. He then grabbed 2 knives from the kitchen and wielded them at her, threatening to kill her if she didn't go down to the basement. Led her to the basement, locked her in the bathroom in the basement, took a chair, propped it against the door so she couldn't get out, and said if she got out, he would kill her. And luckily for Denise, it only took about 17 hours before her daughter called the goddamn police because she didn't send the Wordle update on Sunday afternoon. So Denise's oldest daughter, Meredith Holt Caldwell, got very concerned from Seattle, from not even the same area, when her mom didn't send the Wordle update. And she called the local police in Chicago, the Lincolnwood Police in Northern Illinois, and said, I need you to do a welfare check on my mom. And they said, why? And she said, because she didn't send her Wordle score. And the Lincolnwood Police said, holy shit, we're going to call SWAT, and we'll be right over there. She didn't send the Wordle update, and they went over right away. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a good lead, yeah.
And they found her. That's where officers found 32-year-old naked Davis armed with, quote, several knives at this point in a bedroom on the 2nd floor, multiple floors above Denise. Officials said police attempted to take Davis into custody by tasering him, but that was unsuccessful, so they had to get closer to him and hit him with the stun gun, the close-range stun gun, and then wrestle his naked, bloody body to cuff him and get him out of there.
He had gotten every knife in the house.
Yes, he's surrounded by knives. He's playing away. And I wasn't joking about SWAT. The regional SWAT and Northern Illinois police alarm system teams were deployed on Denise's house in the middle of the night Monday, about 24 hours after she was kidnapped, because people take Wordle pretty seriously, and they got the son of a bitch. So
That's awesome.
He's facing a ton of felony charges like kidnapping and attempted murder and shit. Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't mean the game is any good.
No, but it means people pay attention. The 80-year-old woman's not sending her Wordle scores. They know something's up because she's addicted to Wordle. She's in. It's like, but if look,
I'm not playing Wordle.
This could have saved Bob Saget's life.
What?
They would have found out if he played Wordle and sent it every day. I don't know.
It would have stopped him from getting hit in the head.
It might have helped out people that are in a situation where they need to be rescued within hours. Gabby Petito, if she was a Wordle player, I don't know. That wasn't around back then. I'm just saying. Send your Wordle scores out.
Oh God, that's the PSA.
Send out your Wordle scores. More Twitter
posts.
threads. More posts of Wordle, please.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Well, that's an awesome story. I'm glad she was found.
Yeah,
the Wordle saved her.
You guys should get
I'm
on
with
Wordle.
you, Will. I'm not getting on Wordle.
Get on Wordle.
I'm not playing.
You're not going to get on the Wordle.
Come on, text me.
not
Text
getting on the
me your Wordle scores. Come on.
Not getting in a Wordle competition with Mark. I'll tell you that.
Come on.
That's what's so. Anyways, Wordle culture doesn't entice me at all.
What about Loodle? You guys want to play Loodle with me?
No, I mean neither of them. I'm not into the either.
I start with moist every time.
All right, guys. Let's take let's just do it. Let's just go.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Got 2 stories for you today in the TikTok International Moment, so let's get into it. Let's go to a small town in Italy, a little suburb outside of Florence, a town called Firenze. And there in Firenze, a war is waging, okay? A war that local newspapers have dubbed the War of the Bells, and it has driven locals there absolutely insane. You see, some monster has been ringing a bell incessantly for 4 straight years, hundreds of times a day. Every half hour on holidays, this madman would just ring a giant bell, not caring about the residents. Yeah, he doesn't care about the residents' needs to sleep, work, or what noise pollution was doing to local businesses. So who is this piece of
Wes,
shit?
that's just normal in Italy.
Well, who is this piece of shit?
I mean, it is though.
The
Like, they have-
bellman.
Every town has like a big Catholic cathedral where they're like ringing the bell on
Hundreds
the
of
hour.
times a day.
Who is this?
Yeah, I
piece
mean,
of
technically
shit?
because there's
Yeah.
like up to
He's
10
the guy.
rings,
He's the guy hired to
up
do
to
it.
12 rings.
Who is this piece of shit? Well, his name is Don Leonardo Gary. Sorry, Father Don Leonardo Gary,
right.
and he's a priest at the Church of Santa Maria a Caversiano, pictured here, and he really likes the power that he has when he rings those church bells. But locals have finally had enough. So they tried everything. They begged the priest to have mercy on them with these fucking bells. They tried to sue the church. They tried petitions, but to no avail. All those things just made the priest chime louder and longer as punishment for their sins against the church and its sacred chimes. So finally, according to Forbes, Tuscany's Regional Agency for Environmental Protection stepped in and issued the priest with a fine. He was fined 2,000 euros, which is over $2,200, so that's a pretty hefty fine, and told to take it easy on the goddamn bells. Sorry, gosh darn bells. However,
Father Don.
yeah,
Rings a bell in their face.
yeah. However, the priest was not to be outdone, and it is rumored that he's taking his revenge out on his neighbors by playing the violin from the bell tower instead. So in a last-ditch effort to stop the priest, locals turned to the only thing they thought might work. They showed up to his church for a sermon, and it got pretty ugly. Here's the video.
They're doing the hawk on him.
They're doing the hawk. Yeah. That didn't work either, though.
No.
He's still playing his violin. Yeah.
So he's playing. He's ringing the bell.
So he's just an obnoxious.
He's an obnoxious priest, and he doesn't care about the locals in his town.
He's
Yeah, but why are
ignoring
the
fines.
locals? That's so normal in
Because
Europe.
they can't.
though.
Yeah, but he's doing it like 3 a.m., like 4
Oh,
a.m.
he's doing the he's doing like
he's doing it all hours.
Hey,
of the night.
I'm up.
Yeah, they
They
can't
had
sleep.
they had to serve him the papers in the bell room. Like
Yeah.
but
He's
like
just there.
I'm pretty sure in most European cities the bell towers do ring like on
Yes,
a regular.
but this
basis.
one is just he rings it. A lot.
Father Don does it too much. Yeah.
That's why he got fined.
It's like the Wordle updates. It's a little too often.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, let's go to Canada.
Yeah. He needs to get into Wordle maybe.
Yeah.
Give him a hobby.
No, because then
Busy.
he's gonna just announce his Wordle score every day
from the
from
roof.
the thing. It took me 4 tries.
Yeah.
Yeah. He rings the bell for how many tries.
You guys don't even know the rules of Wordle.
No, that was 4 tries would work. Yeah.
I think that's how people text. That's how people tweet it. They say it took me.
I
X
got it
tries.
4 out of
Right,
6.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I see.
Okay, last story of the day. Let's go to Canada, where local residents, some of them have had enough of this Freedom Convoy, the trucker protest, the blockades that are fucking with people's normal daily lives based on these, the vaccine mandates. Here's a picture of it. Yesterday, a motion calling on the federal government in Canada to present a plan to end the COVID-19 mandates and restrictions by the end of February was defeated in the House of Commons. The motion from Conservative leader Candice Bergen was defeated 185 to 151 and supported by Conservative and Bloc members of Parliament, as well as Liberal member of Parliament Joel Lightbound. Who cares? Anyway, Justin Trudeau also yesterday, he said that he was going to invoke the Emergencies Act to stop the Freedom Convoy demonstrations in Ottawa, as well as border blockades that have sprung up, across the country. He's tired of it
Pat's
too.
audio jacked again.
I don't know.
You hear that?
Someone tapping?
Yeah. Pat's talking, but you can't hear him.
Oh yeah, it's jacked again.
Yeah, it was good. It was like
it was a loop
pop,
tapping of a finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a loop tap.
Crazy.
Damn.
Anyway,
That was like the bell.
that's
See,
done.
Pat.
Pat's done for the day.
All right, what's happening?
So Trudeau says that the act will be used to protect critical infrastructure such as borders and airports from the blockades, and is creating a time limited powers that do not already exist. It's the first time this Emergencies Act has been invoked since it became a thing back in 1988. And under the act, Trudeau's government has new powers that gives banks the authority to suspend or freeze accounts of blockade supporters without a court order, and forces crowdfunding platforms and cryptocurrencies to follow anti-money laundering and terrorist financing laws.
Right. That was the craziest part to me, is that they're viewing the Freedom Convoy as a terrorist organization, essentially.
This is bullshit. The bank can freeze your accounts
and your crypto. Yeah. So they want to be able to seize your crypto assets or your.
That's overreach.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, Trudeau is just like, I don't know.
I mean, he's using everything he's got. He's basically, executive ordering it.
Digging in like a tick.
Yeah. However, seeing that the government is just creating more problems, citizens in Ottawa have taken things in their own hands and are handling the blockades and the protesters in their own special way. They want them gone. They're sick of them. So this movement began on this thing called Zello. And Zello is a website. It says, big, small, everywhere in between, Zello's unlimited, customizable channels are the place where teams come to collaborate in real time. And protesters are using Zello to kind of organize and meet up and talk about where their next blockades are going to be.
Okay.
So the Ottawans figured this out, and they started this movement called the Ram Ranch Resistance. And this is where it started. And they have a website. It's ram-ranch.ca. And their mission on Ram Ranch says, Ram Ranch represents a community of like-minded individuals interested in counter-protesting the 2022 Freedom Convoy and raising funds for important charities that support the Ottawa region, Indigenous communities, and more. And the resistance. And they've infiltrated Zello channels.
The resistance of the Freedom Convoy.
Yeah. They don't want.
Man, this is getting confusing because both sides are resisting.
Yes. So what they've done, what they've started.
That's tough.
Yeah. So what they did in these Zello channels to disrupt them is they started playing a specific song from Canadian singer Grant MacDonald called Ram Ranch, and now people on the streets are starting to play this very special song against the Freedom Convoy.
So wait, Wes. So they're resisting by playing this song.
Yes.
To help the government enforce laws.
Yes, they.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure.
They're with the science part.
Trying to make sure I follow.
They're on science's side here.
Trying to make sure I follow. Resistance.
Yes. Yeah. So this song has gotten 1 million plays on YouTube, and here it is. Warning: if you have kids in the car, this song is going to be highly inappropriate for them to hear. But this is what the resistance is using to drive these Freedom Convoy truckers
to enforce laws
out of Ottawa. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Here it is.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big herd throbbing cocks wanting to be sucked. 18 naked cowboys wanted to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch on their knees wanting to suck cowboy cocks. Ram Ranch really rocks. Hot, hard, buff cowboys, their cocks throbbing hard. 18 more wild cowboys out in the yard. Big bulging cocks ever so hard.
You get the idea.
What?
It's
I get it. But...
Yeah, that's what they're using.
That bass music was a famous song, right? That was like Pantera or something. Like,
yeah, right.
Well,
and then it's just a Canadian guy talking about big
over
bulging
Pantera.
cowboys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gay pornographic song. Yeah, it's got almost a million plays on YouTube.
So they're calling them all gay.
Well, they just know that the truckers might hate that. They might be a little homophobic, and they specifically look for homophobic slurs in these channels, and then they play the song. And now people are out just playing the song on the street, like
they're clearly going to use this as like a rallying cry.
Yeah, the Ram Ranch Resistance.
Yeah, they're like, yes,
we're
part of the Ram Ranch Resistance.
Exactly.
This is gonna bug the shit out of him.
This guy's playing Ram Ranch on a speaker here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. Yeah,
That's incredible.
That was a major tip line situation with the Ram Ranch.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're the hashtag Ram Ranch Resistance if you want to get in on it.
Yeah, they correct themselves.
If you want to listen to the full song, you can do that on your own time. I'm not going
Maybe
to.
can we play it at the end? Can we play it at the end of our podcast?
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Right? Because there's no. He wants you to play it, Ram Ranch guy.
Oh yeah, he loves it.
I mean, he wants you to play. The weird part about his protest, though, is he doesn't. He's resisting to enforce government laws. So of course, the people who don't want to follow the law are gonna make fun of you. So, yeah, I mean, yes, it's.
I'm not sure I follow, but that song was hilarious.
The Ram Ranch Resistance people are against the trucker convoy. They
Right.
want them out.
So they're saying they're resisting by enforcing Trudeau's lockdowns.
I think they just want them out. Well, I think
They want
the
them out.
truckers out.
They want-
I don't
they're
think-
resisting
Don't
the
look too far.
blockade.
Don't look too far into it. They want the truckers gone.
Yes, yes, they want the
By
truckers gone.
demanding
Yeah.
that everybody else obeys the law.
I mean,
They just want the
them
truckers
out.
gone.
Well,
Yeah, they just want them
Yeah.
to fuck out. They're tired of the truckers fucking up their city, and they want them gone.
Yeah.
Obey the laws, you big bulging truckers with your giant boners.
Oh, we know, Will, but they want them out. It's a little
Yeah.
different when you can't get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this shit. Look at that. That's. I mean, they're just
Yeah, it's annoying.
clogging up shit. It's crazy.
It's been a long enough time for them to.
Yeah. So they're tired of it, and so now they're using a gay pornographic song to drive them insane. Okay.
What, Pat?
Typing. Did you
got
type something?
Text us.
Oh, Pat's got 3 comments in the private chat.
Yeah.
Trudeau is the new Biden. Why do you say that?
He's making fun of you, I think.
Oh. Yeah, he is.
What do you mean?
He's saying you hate Trudeau now, like you hated Biden.
Oh, I think they're
Yeah,
both
yeah,
losers.
Yeah.
Pat, what do you like? You just have this grin on your face, like you just nailed me. I got him so good. Fix your microphone, you clown. What are you?
Oh,
what are you
no.
gonna say to me in the chat? I am a Ram
Oh,
Ranch
no.
lover. I love big cowboy dongs. Man, Pat, what else you got?
Damn.
Ram Ranch.
We got to spin the wheel.
There we go. When are you guys gonna spin the wheel?
I
can
have
spin
no
it.
idea how to spin it.
You want me
I
to
have
spin
no
it?
idea how to spin it. Wes knows how to spin it.
Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I got it.
Wes did the
Let me-
McDonald's wheel. That was something.
I got it. All right.
Poor
got
Greg
Wes.
Riley. He knows
Oh,
it was
man.
heartbreaking for him. He talked about it today.
Oh
What
yeah,
happened?
I know.
He was so close to the grand prize it like stopped
got
on
it.
him, but then it went like he was the first one off. It went Greg Riley, and then it went past him for the grand prize. And he was watching. He said it was heartbreaking.
Pat, come on, stop, Pat. Will sucks
Yeah.
big Ram Ranch cock.
Pat. Pat loves the Ram Ranch, dude.
Oh, Pat's on coffee again with his
It's gonna be
microphone.
a lot of Ram Ranch tomorrow. Can't wait to hear it. Can't wait to hear it.
Pat's coffee. Who's TikTok? Marv.
Mark.
Let's do it.
There we go.
All right.
I think I already know one I got. I got a funny one.
Well, we can get Ram Ranch follow up with either, really. International as well.
Oh, there's going to be some Canada stuff going on every day this week. You know it.
Yeah.
You
Ram
know
Ranch
it.
Resistance is just heating up.
Yeah,
It's just getting started.
that's right.
Okay, guys.
Follow the laws. Resist.
I'm glad it's not in my neighborhood. I'll tell you that. We love you. Hope you've had hope you had a great Valentine's Day. Hope you, if you're single, you got out and met a new love of your life.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/hardfactor. If you want to join in, there's a lot of support in there. If you don't have a love of your life and you want to chat about it with someone, we can support you in there. So join the Discord. But most importantly, have a great fucking day.